Hiya, congratulations on starting the Dream Chaser project. This video is going to be your fast track to DD. Please stop this video at any time that it feels right and take notes. Take your time and go through it a couple of times if you need to. Also refer to the emails that I send you in your startup, like fast track to DD. There's free emails that I usually send. A lot of this information is actually in those emails, but in this video I'm going to sort of go through it all, pick it apart and describe it in more detail for you so you can get your head around what it is we're talking about. So first things first, there's actually a lot of information to get through, so I'll be whizzing through it, but at any point if you're stuck on anything, just come back to me, talk to the team, talk to your upline, and we'll work our way through it, and we can go through it in, at your rate and in more detail. So first things first, what you need to do is go out and buy yourself free notepads. Or I actually use 2 A4 lined pads and I have 1 notebook. So this is my book of notes. This is like a nice quality one. It's small enough to fit in my handbag, and it's hardy enough, and it's got enough pages, so this will last me quite a long time. I carry this one everywhere with me. It's all my note taking, all my brainstorming and all my ideas for the business. So I take it to all my events, and I have it with me for all the Zoom calls. Like I say, it's portable. This is basically my little Bible. Everything I've ever learnt is in here so far, and I go through and highlight it all, and I can share this information with my team. I can look back at it at any point. So my next pad is an A4 lined pad, and this is for my DMO. It's okay if you don't understand what DMO is yet, but you will do soon. So just try and take notes, and then you can go through it all, and you can look back on it. It will make sense to you in the coming days and weeks. So this is for my DMO. It's just a normal lined pad, and with our DMO we have 1 page as 1 day. And then the other pad I have is called my list of names, and I actually have my list of names in a folder, and I've sectioned out my folder. I've got a few different sections here, but ultimately every person you come into contact with in real life or via social media, their name will go in this list of names pad or folder. You'll have their name, you'll have the date that you spoke to them, what you spoke to them about, like any pertinent information. Are they interested in the products or the business? Like where are they from? Or how old are they? What do they do for work, or what do they do for hobbies? Are they your tribe? What are they looking for? What are their wants, desires, pains and needs? I have in this list basically, most people will be in like the biggest part of my list. It's literally just the list of names with all that information, and then I'll always update it, like on this date I followed up with them, on this date I send them whichever information I sent them, on this date I sent them this video or this testimonial. But hopefully the people in that main list will progress. Some of them will progress up to a section which is either potential customers or potential teamies, and then some of them will progress to either customers or teamies. So I've got 5 sections: customers, teamies, potential teamies, and then just my biggest list of names. You can work it however which way you want to, but that's the way that I find it works well for me. So that's your 3 different A4 pads. Then the first question I have for you is, what is your why? So what your why, you'll hear about this a lot, is what is your reason for doing this business? What do you want out of this? What are your dreams or your ambitions? What is it you're setting out to accomplish? So really spend some time and really, dig deep and think about what is your why, and like how deep does it go? Is it just to earn a couple of £100 a month, or is it because you've got some really, really elaborate, sort of detailed, emotional drive? or passion. So work out what your why is, and then your why needs to make you cry. So your why needs to be so like a motive that it would bring you to tears, and or excite you, or whatever. And that basically you need to think about your why every single day. And if ever you're at a point where you're not sure what you're doing, or you're losing focus or energy or direction, you just think to yourself, you just think about your why, and then you'll know exactly what you're doing, and you'll be able to, motivate you to just get back on the job and keep going. My next point is profile picture and cover photo for Facebook. So make sure your profile picture is a picture of you. Make sure that people can see your face. Is it you? Like, are you, you nice and happy and smiley? Make sure people can tell, like, how old you are, what kind of person you are, that you're a nice, approachable, friendly, happy, or, are you a person, or are you fashionable? Are you, you stylish? Are you sort of edgy? Basically let that profile picture, describe the best version of you, and describe you as an individual. Then your cover photo, make sure that is like bright, colourful, inspiring, cheerful, happy, motivating. It's up to you what you have. You could have like a really nice inspirational, motivational like picture, or happy picture. You could have like somewhere you've been on holiday, or somewhere you want to go on holiday, and then using some apps you could stick some text over the top of it, like a call to action, or like a motivational quote, or something that you find inspiring, motivating, and that hopefully your tribe will find inspiring, motivating and intriguing too. Remember that when someone flicks onto your profile for the first time, they will make snap decisions. In those split seconds, the main information they have to take in is your profile picture and your cover photo, and maybe a bit of your bio or your first 1 or 2 posts. So it always needs to make the right kind of impact. It always needs to be positive and inspirational. So make sure also that you are following myself, Cara Naylor, and my upline, Kelly Bowers, and her upline, Amy Rose Turner. Make sure you're following us, what we're posting, you get a feel for what we're doing, so ultimately what kind of thing that you're aiming for as well. So just to remind you, this business is 80% recruiting and 20% products. Every single month you want to aim to get 825 of VC points. That's 825 points from the products, and as a minimum you'd want to bring on 1 new team member every single month. So your minimum every month, your minimum target would be 825 points plus 1 new teamie. Make sure your Facebook privacy settings are switched to public. Also consider whether you're on or going to be on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest. I would say Snapchat and Instagram are like the way forward. However, it's better to put your heart and soul, like your energy, into one thing and do it well, than be so spread across all these different things that perhaps you're not as passionate about, and your message and your energy is diluted. So do one thing well rather than lots of things just a little bit. And I think at the moment Facebook is the place to be, but definitely dip your toe in, or consider at some point taking up Instagram and Snapchat, especially Snapchat if you're in your 20s or early 30s, because they're definitely the way forward. So now I'm going to go through your DMO and your 3x3x3. So all this information again is in the email, the welcome email that I sent you. So your DMO, I'm going to keep glancing up here because I've got it all written down in front of me on a board. So your DMO, this is what I write down in my DMO pad every single day. It means daily method of operation. It's a list of little tasks that we do every single day, consistently, day in, day out. Basically, your DMO and your 3x3x3 are like the cornerstones of the business. It's all very, very simple, but it's lots of little tasks. And if you, like I say, if you do them well and you do them consistently, then you'll be like really successful at this business. So at the beginning of your DMO, you want to have 3 positive affirmations. So I write mine in like a little box at the top of my DMO every single day. So I write, I am unstoppable. And then I write the position I want to be, the club I want to be. So you don't have to understand what this means, but to start with, I would write, I am unstoppable. And for you, I am SDD. I am club 1. Then I write, I attract something like, I attract motivated, ambitious, determined teamies, and I attract people who want and can afford the business. You can write down whatever you want, but have 3 or 4 positive affirmations, and I write them down every single day, and I also take time out to say them to myself every day. So that's a ritual, a ritualized behavior that I use, and it helps me focus on my day. And I believe in the power of the universe, and what I focus on, I will get back from the universe. So yeah, I'm unstoppable, I am SDD, I am club 1, I attract motivated, ambitious, determined teamies, and I attract people who want and can afford the products. Then the next part of your DMO would be birthdays on Facebook. So that's literally going under friends and then into birthdays and then saying happy birthday to everyone. So basically you can just copy and paste it, go through and wish everybody a happy birthday. Make it sound genuine, not robotic. So I might say, hey, happy birthday, wishing you a wonderful day. Whatever you would say in real life. And then it's also really good to ask a question at this point. So like, hey, have you got anything nice planned, or are you doing anything nice with your horse today, or whatever would relate to your tribe. It's really good to ask a question, because then you understand more, but that will link their profile with your profile. So every day say happy birthdays, and also, while I'm doing my birthdays, I'll also do my connections at the same time. So that means I'm doing 2 tasks in one go. So you'll understand connections. I'll go over that in 1 minute. Then every single day I'll add 30 friends, at least 30. And obviously I'm really interested to make sure that I'm not just adding 30 friends, but that I'm getting at least, 10 accepts of 10 friends accepted, or maybe 30 friends accepted, however many I choose to add. So if I want to add 30 a day, I will make sure I add as many as it takes until I get 30 friend accepts. So it's really easy to add 30. Try and add friends with the least amount of mutual friends possible, and try and you can find friends by either looking on your current friends and adding all their friends, or you could go to Facebook groups, a group that is specific, of interest to your tribe, somewhere that would have lots of your tribe in that group, and then you can just go into that Facebook group under members and then add however many people you want, as long as they look like or appear to be your tribe. So add 30 every day as a minimum. Then I also try and delete 30 a day. That's not delete, my friends, that is delete pending friend requests, because Facebook only offer you something like 1,000 pending friend requests. So when you fill those up, you need to go and delete some so that you can add more. Then I do my connections every day. So connections is literally going to somebody's Facebook profile. It could be a recently added friend, and liking their profile picture, their cover photo, and 1 or 2 posts. And it's really great if at this point you comment on one photo or post, just by asking them a genuine question, such as, you know, a compliment like, oh, that's a beautiful horse, or, you know, what breed is your horse, or, you know, that's an amazing dress you're wearing, or which makeup do you use, or it could be anything you would ask in real life. Obviously, it has to be genuine and sincere and heartfelt. Another thing I would do every day is chase my likes and my shares. So we're going to be talking about the 3x3x3 soon, which is posting on Facebook. And basically chasing likes and shares means that for every post I did, like yesterday, I will then look back today, and anyone who's liked it or shared it, I will follow them up with a message. I might go and do my connections with that person, but more importantly, I will aim to speak to them. So I will then send them a message. This is all in your emails, by the way, like example messages. But I will send them a message as specific I can be about the post they clicked on. So if it's a business post, I will send them a business related message. If it was like a weight loss post, I'll send them, you know, a weight loss or health or fitness related message. And if it was just a generally sort of horsey post that was attracting my tribe, I'll still reach out to them and say hi. The minimum I would do is just connect with them, send them, just say hi and compliment them, and then that hopefully, you know, I'll be on their radar, and I can build a genuine relationship with them, and hopefully further down the line in a few weeks I can continue building that relationship with them and perhaps offer them the business or the product opportunity. I will also aim to speak to 10 people every day. So it doesn't have to be 10. You could start off with 3 or 5, or you could either aim for like 20 or 30. But you need to have a number, and you need to be consistent, and you need to speak to that many people every single day. So that could be on Facebook, social media, or it could be in real life. And it's great to list the names of the people you've spoken to, just so you make sure you've done it. Follow up with messages. So yeah, I always try and follow up with my messages in my, you know, my private messages in my Facebook Messenger inbox, at least within 24 to 48 hours. So obviously you don't have to get back to them straight away. It's okay to look busy, but obviously it's just common courtesy to get back to somebody, you know, in a good space of time. So follow up your messages, and then follow up potentials, which is the same thing, is following up messages, but like putting a special priority, just making doubly sure that you've followed up with the people that are your potential customers and your potential teamies. Another great thing to do is posting in groups, so Facebook groups. There's so many different posts we can do in there. Like it could just be saying, you know, welcoming yourself, introducing yourself and saying hi. It could be adding value to a group, you know, putting a funny or an informative or an educational post in there that relates to the group. For example, you know, a horsey post or a mum's post, just to be like a normal, you know, helpful addition to that